Yes, here we are. We are live. Okay, everyone. Nice to see you all. If you are joining us live, go to the comment and do a hashtag live. Or if you're seeing us on the replay, hashtag replay. Also, tell us where you're coming from because we love to know where you're coming from. It's so exciting. You know, the world's so global today that it's so exciting to figure out where people are. And if you have any questions for my guest today, go to the chat and make sure that you ask your questions. So I just want to let you know how I met my guest today. We both were taking a challenge, the take the stage challenge, and it happened I think in September. And so we actually met online about 2.5 months ago. So you see, this could happen. You meet people online, you become friends, you build a relationship. It's so exciting, and we've been, excuse me, in contact ever since. So when we did the take the stage challenge, there was a suggestion that we do a swap. So Stephanie, I am interviewing Stephanie, and Stephanie's going to interview me after this. So I want you to meet my awesome guest, Stephanie Mcpherson. Now, let me tell you a little bit about her before she gets to talk to you. Stephanie has a bachelor's in biology. She is a certified Institute for Integrative Nutrition Health coach. She's a certified behaviors and motivators, high performance life coach, and the creator and host of the cooking show, The Freaking Licious.
Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. So happy to be here. Thank you for having me, Lucy.
Oh, well, thank you for gracing us with your presence. You know, I have a burning question for you. Saint Funny. I want to ask you about that. Now, you know, I'm French speaking, so STE is short for saint, for female. And so
Ah,
funny, so when you say, listen to this, when you say Saint Funny, it almost sounds like it ain't funny. It ain't
right.
funny. Saint Funny.
Saint Funny. Oh my God, that's hilarious. I never even thought about it. Okay, so number one, my real name is Stephanie. And
Right.
that is spelled Stephanie.
Uh-huh.
Well, many years ago, this is back in the mid 90s, and one of my best soulmate girlfriends,
Mhm.
we were all hanging out, and I'm a big silly honking goob, always have been. And she literally, I don't know what the hell I was doing, but she's like, Funny. So funny because I was doing something that she found
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah,
hilarious,
yeah.
and so she gave me that nickname, and that's just how it has carried over. And again, it goes in line with a big premise of what I'm all about is living life, seeing the funny, seeing the hilarious,
Yeah.
even regardless of how horrible, negative a situation is. It's like if you ever watch sitcoms,
Yeah.
they're like in real life, the situation that they're portraying and all making fun of and laughing about in the sitcom could be pretty serious. But here we're laughing our asses off of it at it, and it's like, well, so my cooking show, D frickin' licious, and most people don't say it correct like the first time,
Yeah.
but it's like I've always had this weird, quirky way in which I talk and say people's names and adding extra syllables and extra syllables to words. So
Mhm.
it's not, delicious. And it's not D frickin' licious. It's D frickin' licious. So the stat funny goes along with
Right.
the funniness of my cooking show and the
Yeah.
silliness, and yeah,
That's great. Thank you for that explanation. It was
you're
very
welcome.
funny because when I said it in French, say funny,
Sounds
saying
funny.
funny. It's that was very funny.
Now
Very
there probably be people. A lot of people be like, "Saint funny, she ain't funny, she ain't funny." Saint funny, Saint funny.
And tell me, shall I say same
You can
funny?
call me Stephanie. You can call me Stephanie,
Stephanie.
girl.
Okay, Stephanie. How about a little background? Where are you
Yes.
from?
So I'm born and raised in North Carolina.
Okay.
Yes.
And so
Uh,
there's the
yeah.
accent. Married,
Yes.
children. Tell us a little bit about you.
No, I have never been married. I
Good.
have been in a relationship for the last 10 years.
Mhm.
But basically, golly, where do I start? I
Yeah.
mean, you know, in my early 20s, I thought it changed what I wanted to do for a living
Mm-hmm.
based upon, certain passions and ideas, but everything did have a sense of like, okay, so like for instance, when I was a little kid, I played restaurant with my mama. I loved to cook.
Oh,
My grandma inspired me to cook. I loved being in the kitchen with my grandmother, helping her prepare the family meals during, whenever holidays or whatever reason, we were visiting my grandparents. And, my mama says that I used to play restaurant with her. So, the love of cooking and the love of food and, wanting to own my own restaurant, wanting to have my own cooking show on the Food Network. I mean, there's real like heart-centered, heartfelt, passionate reasons for
right.
those desires. And, so literally, throughout my childhood and early, like teenage years, I developed these interests and these likes and wants and desires, and they've carried over throughout my adult life. In my early 20s, I started the journey to health and wellness,
Mm-hmm.
because, when I, just like the typical young person, teenager, we like our Cheetos, we like our pizza and our cheeseburgers and French fries, and we don't,
Terrible
there's
diet.
no,
The young
yeah, there,
diet.
you know, and then all of a sudden in my early 20s, I started not to be able just to eat anything and everything and as much of it as I wanted.
Right.
And fortunately for me, at that period in time, I was dating a guy who was very much into physical fitness and routine,
Mhm.
etc., that invited me to go to the gym with him and his buddies. And I was like, sure. So I started going to the gym
Yeah.
with him and his buddies, and they taught me how to work out. And that's when I, started that journey to eating healthier, not eating the pizza, not eating the fries. And back then it was like, grilled chicken, tuna, vegetables. It was like bland, no, not a lot
Okay.
of flavor, but flavor, not a lot of flavor. And, but I still was like dedicated. Okay. I was still dedicated. When I set my mind to do something, I just freaking do it. That's just how I am, always been. But what happened is I ran across a subscription to Cooking Light magazine,
Okay.
and I subscribed to it. And I had several years of that, on into my mid 20s, actually into my late 20s. I think I had a subscription to Cooking Light for like, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 years. And through that, I learned and taught myself how to prepare healthy food deliciously, because it is important, to enjoy your food
Mhm.
and not to always be, oh gosh, what's the word I'm looking for? Not sacrifice, but, well, sacrifice is a good word, and sacrifice can be a good word. And also can be when there's too much of it.
Right.
It can be a bad thing, because you want to indulge every once in a while. You want to, allow yourself to eat that pizza every once in a while, that cheeseburger. It's okay. But if that's the majority of how you fuel your body,
Right.
then it's not a good thing. So I learned that, and then golly, I was walking through the living room at this place I lived in Myrtle Beach, and on the TV was Food Network. And I
Ah.
was like, oh
Oh.
my God, I'm gonna have my own cooking show on the Food Network one day. And so again, that was like late 90s. And then I graduated college with a biology degree, thinking that because a friend had go, oh, you'd be a dynamite drug rep. You'd be perfect as a pharmaceutical rep. Well, what's that? Started researching and thinking, again, because I'd started the journey to health and wellness and physical fitness and being healthy. And I thought, oh, well, okay, health and wellness,
Okay.
pharmaceutical, they help people.
Right.
And while they do in situations to rely on pharmaceutical drugs, blood pressure medication, high cholesterol medication, and not have your ass on the treadmill, or not make a concerted effort, and be mindful of how you're fueling your body the majority of the time, and to rely on that is not, that's not true health. So after I graduated, I tried with every ounce of my being to get into pharmaceutical, and literally was within an eighth of a hair of a job offer so many different times. And these are long processes.
Mhm.
These are 4, 5, and 6 step processes that take 2, 3, and 4 months to even get hired. And it kept, I'd be one of the last, candidates. And for whatever reason, at the last millimeter of an eighth of a second, I wouldn't be one given, ascended the offer. And it
Right.
kept happening and kept happening. I'm like, what the hell? How can you want something and you'll be good at it, dynamite at it, to be exact, and it keeps not happening. So you got to wake up and pay attention. And lo and behold, I was watching TV at a friend's house. Actually, the girlfriend who made up the name
And that's
Funny,
funny. Yeah.
and Natural Cures They Don't Want You to Know About by Kevin Trudeau infomercial came on, and I realized, pharmaceutical drugs and surgeries is not the epitome of true health and wellness. While they're necessary at
Yeah,
times,
exactly.
and so that's when I realized that I needed to stop pursuing that. And I did get into the operating room, selling surgical equipment, watching surgery, because that's another thing that I love. I'm enthralled by, as I love to watch surgery. And that again happened again in the 90s. Discovery Health was on, and I'm like, oh my God, they were doing an aneurysm operation. I about jumped through the TV. I was just like, oh my God, that's so fascinating. But aside from all that, I know that the core of what I'm supposed to be doing, because in my mid 20s, I also started that journey to becoming self-aware, and that was because I ran across a book. And haven't you like noticing what I'm saying? I ran across, I happen to be,
Well,
so
that's the universe.
yes, absolutely. So it's like empowered mind. I was at Barnes and Noble with a girlfriend, and I was feeling empty. I was feeling like there was I wanted to be doing something. I didn't know what my purpose was, but I felt this, just this lack of fulfillment, this lack of joy and happiness. And I knew that I wanted to do something career wise. So that like was in line with my heart centered passions. But in the early 20s, you don't really, that's not even the language that you really speak. But I ran across that book, The Empowered Mind,
Yeah.
and I started reading it, and I started answering, the plethora of questions. And through that, realized that I had a real passion for wanting to empower and inspire people to be their best selves,
My
live
God, you
their
have
best
the superpower.
lives.
Wow.
Yes, the superpower. So you
Wow.
combine that
Yeah.
with the health and wellness, with the healthy eating,
Right.
delicious healthy eating,
Makes
you
a lot
know,
of sense.
and cultivating that deep sense of self-awareness and living your life
Mm-hmm.
through your own intentions, your own, you know, heart-centeredness,
Right.
mindset-centeredness,
Right.
and that is a recipe for a high quality life.
Right. Right. Exactly. Absolutely. I totally agree. So, did you become a life coach before you became, well, actually, nutrition coach that would work hand in hand? So, I want to know at what point the cooking show came into being. I mean,
Okay.
okay, where does it fit in that journey?
Okay, so real quick, I'll answer your first question. Okay, so I became a certified health coach
Okay.
through the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. And
Mm-hmm.
then I took another separate course for being certified in behaviors and motivators.
Okay.
And that's all about the behavior, the mindset, and the behavior. We all have a certain way in which we operate, etc. So, and plus, IIN is a well-rounded. They have it's called the primary foods. Okay,
Right. Right.
primary foods are 4 areas: your exercise habits, which you need. You don't have to be in a gym, but you definitely need to be raising your heart rate and increasing
Right.
muscle strength. Your sense of spiritual practice, and it doesn't matter what religion. If you don't adhere to a religion, atheism, doesn't matter, as long as you have some form of meditation or some, what spiritual practice is what they call it. Your relationships. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You could eat kale and broccoli and go to the gym all day long, but if you're surrounded by people who are toxic or drama, or you're in an unhealthy, abusive relationship, etc., you're still not healthy.
Right.
And then the other area was okay. So we got exercise, we got spirituality, we got and then your career.
Right.
So if you could be, you could make $10 million a year as a CEO of one of the top companies, but if you don't have quality of life, and you have no time for your family, or no time for your friends, or no time to to experience real joy and happiness in your life, then again, that's an area. Or you hate your job, you're miserable. You can make $18,000 a year or $200 million a year, but if you're miserable with what you're doing that's earning that money, then again, that's another area that's out of balance. So you take that. So I've got that going. And as far as DEFA, Rick and Licious, so again, back to where I was telling you about, I have this weird, quirky way in which I say people's names and add extra syllables to words. And there was a movie, it's called Snatch. It came out in like 2001. It's got Benicio del Toro. It's got Brad Pitt, Jason Statham, and it's just a hilarious movie that's centered around these gangsters chasing around an 86 carat diamond. And it's really, I mean, it's funny. But it's like there's violence, but it's almost like it's comical. It's not, it's not like a horrible, negative violent movie. But anyway, there's a scene where the head gangster, Bricktop is his name, is talking about, I'm sorry, he's doing something with this group of guys, and Turkish and Tommy Turkish sent Tommy to buy a caravan off of these poikies, and poikies are gypsies, and these gypsies, these poikies, have a way in which they talk so you can't understand what they're saying because they're shysters and they're trying to get over on people. Well, anyway, and Mickey, Brad Pitt's character, is he's like one of the head poikies, and so Tommy goes to buy this caravan, and he takes this real big dude called Gorgeous George. He's like 6'5", 400 pounds, and he does this bare knuckle boxing. Well, anyway, he takes him, and then frickin' Brad Pitt knocks him out. Okay. And, well, Turkish and Tommy, without a caravan, have to go tell Bricktop, the head gangster, he is a bad person, that they lost Gorgeous George. And Bricktop, and I is cursing allowed?
I don't know. You take your chance. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean,
I'm not responsible.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know if you had a rule against that, because some people do. Well, anyway, they show up to tell Bricktop. They're like, "Hey, Bricktop, we lost Gorgeous George," and Bricktop goes, "Well, where'd you lose him? It's not as though he's a set of fucking car keys, and it's not as though he's inconspicuous now, is it?" So that inconspicuous imprinted itself upon me. And obviously I can't say de-fucking-licious, but it's de-fucking-licious.
But you really wanted to, right?
Yeah, but it's the extra syllables.
Stephanie, I got to ask you, did you ever consider stand-up comedy?
Oh my God, you're like the third or fourth person that asked me that recently.
You're just so funny.
Thank you. That's a huge compliment. And no, I've never considered that.
Really?
I mean, I've wanted to do improv. I've wanted again to just hone in on my craft of being more in as a presence of what it is I'm trying to portray to the world. But like, you're like the third or fourth person recently on these interviews that's asked me that, and I'll take that as a huge compliment. Thank you. But
because I've seen your cooking shows, and you're funny. I mean, but it makes it so much more fun, to watch.
Right.
So it's not so serious, and you're having a good time with your guests, and
yes,
it's a lot of fun. So let me ask you something. We just got through Thanksgiving, and we're going into more holiday season, and these holiday seasons to me are like lots of eating of food. I mean, so how do you prevent yourself from eating too much, or what do you say to maybe your clients? How do you help them out? Is the question.
Okay, so Lucy, everything is mindset. Okay. So in essence, every single human being, especially as you're on into your adult years, every single human being is brainwashed and hypnotized by the way in which they carry out their every single day.
Right.
So it's about
a lot of them
cultivating and possessing the mindset of the reality that you want to have. So it's easy to say, okay, so every person also knows that when you reach a stop sign, that it means to stop.
Right.
But if you run the stop sign, I know it means to stop. But if you run it, just knowing the stop sign means to stop means absolutely nothing. So here's the thing. Everybody knows that it's better to eat, healthier foods, and to not overindulge on a continuous basis, and to exercise. Everybody knows that that's going to be better. But what is the mindset? With my clients, the biggest piece, the biggest piece of what we do is we are cultivating and creating that right mindset
Mm-hmm.
that's going to create those sustainable hypnotized and brainwashed habits that are then going to create the reality. Because at the end of the day, it's not about losing 30 pounds. It's about what that extra weight off of you gives to you from an emotional perspective, or from, an energy perspective, what that does for yourself and your life. And so that is the biggest thing. It's not about not having the pumpkin pie. It's not about not having, the whipped cream and brownies, or the stuffing. It's about having that, but then around that,
Mm,
being mindful and making a concerted choice to put in your body that which is going to enable you to cheat every once in a while,
right, right.
because you're still going to be healthy. Okay, so you might gain 3 to 5 pounds over the holidays, but then, okay, do you have that mindset that goes, okay, but I know how to get to get back into the routine of fueling my body healthfully, and taking part of exercise.
Right. Yeah, tell me, your clients, the people who come to you, what kind of pain points do they have? Are they battling weight mostly, or are they just looking for a healthier way of living? I mean, what?
It's a broad array,
Mhm.
actually. And at the end of the day, like, I have clients that are already on that journey to health and wellness, and that's not an issue for them to be dedicated to physical fitness and eating. It is there's other areas of their lives that are out of balance with their relationships, or with other, or just getting out of their way. I have a client right now who, he is a super successful businessman, runs over $1 million a year business, but he's like, I'm not happy. He
Mm,
eats healthy, he takes care of himself, he, gets exercise most days of the week, but he's like, I'm still not happy. And he's like, because, and he's telling, I struggle with this, I struggle with that. I had this as a kid, I was dealing with that as, and it's made me this way. And it's like, well, first off, you got to watch how you're talking to yourself. You got to watch how you're projecting your words, because words do have power.
absolutely.
The worst thing that we were told as kids is, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will not hurt me. Because words, I think, hurt and make more of an impact than a stick or a stone.
And to ourselves.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
yes, into our psyches, and that carries over in the behavior that we start extricating outside of ourselves and towards ourselves. So first off, you have to watch, like, again, what is it that you want, but why do you want it? So you have to tie, with my clients, we tie everything to a why.
Why?
Why? I know what I want, Lucy, and
Yeah.
I know why I want it.
Well, that's the only way to do it, because diets do not work. I mean, I have never dieted myself. I've never had the weight problem, but I've been around people who have had weight problems, and it just pains me so much to see them diet, and they go down in weight and they're happy, and then they're off the diet, and off the weight goes back up.
You
And
know what? You were so right, and I just have to share this. I learned recently. Do you like David Letterman?
yes, I do.
He has got a Netflix show where he interviews everybody from Kim Kardashian to Howard Stern to, oh gosh, what the little Indian girl Malaya, who got shot,
Oh my God. Yeah.
in the face.
Yeah.
He interviews. It should be called Empowered Conversations,
Okay.
but he interviews Kanye West, and Kanye, genius, says, I've never been on a diet. Think of the word die,
Yeah.
diet. He goes, I call it live it. So again, a word. If you
Yes.
think about, oh, I would rather be on a live it. So, but if that live it is about, it's not about like denying yourself. But
Mhm.
again, with Tea for Rick and Licious, that's what I do. There's no reason to deny yourself flavor and enjoying your food if you choose to make healthy food deliciously.
Exactly. Exactly. So tell me, so in your cooking show, what kind of? I think. Are you into paleo?
Oh my God, girl, that's like my favorite. Live it. Let's my favorite. And I don't call it, like, I call it way of eating, way of fueling your body, because paleo is, in essence, extremely healthy because it's based on like organic grass fed, or not even just that, but like the, you know, peanuts as opposed to, or almonds as opposed to peanuts,
Right.
the way in which everything is so naturally cultivated. And I know, you know, all in the year 2020, it's not like the caveman, you know, times where really, you know, there's no chemicals in our soil, there's no et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I love paleo. And to be honest, the way in which I do prepare my food is most in essence paleo based. Now, for instance, my deviled eggs, I prepare with Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is not paleo, but Greek yogurt instead of mayo. Anything that calls for mayo or sour cream, I substitute with 2% Greek yogurt because you're adding those probiotics. You're making those deviled eggs actually really not just lighter and healthier, but nutritious, like super healthy for your body, doing something for your body.
So, you know, Christmas is coming along. There are other holidays too. It's not just a religious Christmas holiday.
Right.
Are you going to be doing some special, you know, mouth-watering recipe for us?
Oh, absolutely. So you'll have to, I don't know what you're doing tomorrow at noon, Lucy, but I am with another girlfriend, another fellow health coach.
Okay.
We are doing a Facebook Live in her group.
Oh, wow.
You do have to be a woman. Her group is Strong, Confident Women. Look it up. Strong, Confident Women. And we're also going to put in the chat a link to join my group, my private Facebook group, Defa-Rickin-Licious, and signed you. So through that, we are the first episode she's doing, where it's a free through her Strong Confident Women page. We are going to, I'm coming on as her guest tomorrow, and I'm going to be sharing a recipe a week. You know, with her, with all of, you know, our people, that I've cultivated and created through Defa-Rickin-Licious. It's healthier, yet extremely delicious and a holiday based. So, and, but you were asking me about this, the holiday special. So we're going to be doing that. So right now, okay, so I've been working on this online course. I would say, let's see, I started in September of 19. So literally like about 14 months, I just launched my very first online course called Empower Your Mind, Empower Your Life. And again, I didn't just read that Empowered Mind book in 1996.
No, I mean,
I've read up teen books, taken up teen courses. I've learned I'm a walking, talking billboard of what it is that, and with everything I've learned and taught myself and overcoming challenges and learning about me and what I want, why I want what I want in my life, I created that course. So it just launched December 15th, and no, I'm sorry, November 15th. And through December 31st, that course is only $47.
Wow.
On January 1st, it goes to $297. But I want people to, as many people, because I know we've been having COVID. I want it to be affordable. Now that course, you know, as time goes on, I'm adding more and more and more value from other lessons that I've learned, other, you know, like limiting, you know, the concept of limiting beliefs and how that blocks you from the true abundance that you're worthy and that you deserve. So just as an example, but I've also, all right, for your clients, to jump on, I have a bring a buddy coupon. So think about this. Think about this. It's like sometimes people just need that accountability partner. So the bring a buddy is for $20 more, you and a buddy. So for $67, you and a buddy. You can even split it. Okay, $34.50 or whatever it is. You know, we're going to do this together. We're going to hold each other accountable. How are they going to access this? Yes, I'll provide a link in the comments under this interview. I know that we're going to be in, we got another half hour before I interview you, which I'm so excited about. Can you imagine, folks, this is the act I have to follow. Now, I thought I had energy, but this is a bundle of joy, energy, laughter. I mean, I'm a tough act to follow. Oh, hush, you're not following me. You're being your own beautiful, unique essence, Lucy. I will not hear any negative talk. Okay. So, but no, seriously. So I will add links to my Facebook group, to
Okay,
the Strong Confident
great,
Women group, and as
great.
well to the right now. Okay, so yeah, to the links to sign up for the course, whether you want to pay 47 just for yourself, or you want to. Oh, I want to do that buddy. I want to have a buddy. I want to have a
Yeah.
buddy.
Yeah, it's so much more fun. Anyway, so much more fun. Okay, folks, so you heard it. Special for our listeners. All right, if you're on the replay, it works for them too, right?
Oh,
For the
absolutely.
I have
Anybody who sees this,
right because
yes, and yes, it's something that I haven't launched in my group. The buddy thing is something I haven't launched in my personal group yet.
we are special.
Special, yeah,
So
girl, you know it.
that's wonderful. Okay, great. So, and also the other thing is, you know how obviously people are going to want to see your show, so you will put that, and I know you have some YouTube.
Yes, yeah.
Shows.
My YouTube is D. You know, you can spell. Let me see. Can I? I can probably type a comment. I'm just going to spell it out for every Ricken Licious. You can Google D for Ricken Licious, spelled just like that with the spaces, and that will take you to my YouTube videos. So I'm just putting that because I can't see any comments if anybody's.
No, I can't see that. I did something to my chat before we came on, and but we'll answer any questions in the
Yeah,
replay.
yeah, in the replay. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so that's wonderful. Okay, so we have you have your cooking show that they can go to.
Yeah.
You also give them your email so they can contact you personally.
Oh, sure.
And then
I'll put that right here too.
and of course the link to the to access the special that you're offering my listeners, which I'm so excited about. So excited about.
Like I said, I haven't even, you're the first, efo@gmail.com. And then there's also my website, my website. And then, now my Facebook group, I think I would have to, here, let me do that too. I'll just put the link in there.
Okay.
All right.
I'm just going to copy everything so that I can put it in the.
All right, Defa Rickenlicious, and you.
Yeah.
Come on, come on, come on. All right, let's see. Facebook.com. Copy. All right. Putting that in the comments. Paste. All right. Oh, you know what? I can just, what I'll do is I'll just Teachable.
Okay.
I might have to, you know what? I actually might have to go to.
Okay, so we have your email address for sure, and then we have the cooking show, and I just want to make sure that we have everything. And
Yes.
and the fourth thing is your website, I guess.
Okay, what I wanted to share the link. So this will be the link to the $47 option.
Okay, that's the
Yeah.
special that you're
So,
offering.
and then the other one, I have to go into Teachable and actually share that from a different area. Let's see. Hold on. How about that video? Where is it? Okay, here it is. Okay. 19 comments. Wait a minute. Where's the comments? Wait a minute. All right, hold on. I'm trying to find the link to the. Okay, hold on. Invest in yourself.
Okay. So I think we have it all. We have.
Oh, wait, here we go. Okay, I got it. I just got to copy paste this link. Okay.
Okay. So
Copy link. Okay, here we go. I got it. I'm about to post the link. Now, again, this will give you the $47 obviously, and it's checked already. So what you'll do is you'll click on this link, and then you'll scroll down, and it will be a full description of the course, and my bio, a little bit about me, and then you just scroll down to the bottom, and that's where you're able to, if you so choose to want to partake in this course, to then purchase it. For right now, it's just that $47. If you want the buddy, that's something I have to transfer over from Teachable.
Okay, so that's going up in January, right, to $297.
$290.
Right,
Yes, yes, yes.
297.
But again, this is my first one, and I just did pre-launch. It took me, I mean, I wanted to tweak it. I wanted it to be perfect to start
Right,
off with, and then, and again, it's just going to be more and more and more value because it's eventually going to be a $2,000 course. So
right,
if you got in at $47, holy cow! In a year and a half, you're like, holy cow! I got in for $47, and look at all that she's added.
right.
So yeah,
That's for anybody who loves to cook, for anybody who loves to
there will be
have
recipes.
recipes.
Oh,
This is
and
that,
they
right?
get a copy of my Deeper Rickenlicious cookbook, a
Oh, so you have
PDF. It's an
wonderful.
yes, I've already got my
Oh,
first one done. Well, that's been done for over a year,
yeah,
but they get that with the course, regardless of where they come in at the course, regardless of
okay.
what they purchase price. They get the e-copy of my Deeper Rickenlicious cookbook as well.
Okay, well, that's cool. All right, well, good.
Yes.
We're out of time, and so I just want to thank you so much, Stephanie, for being our guest today. I just I enjoy listening to you so much,
Thank
and
you so much, Lucy.
you need to think about going on stage like that because I
I'll
think
think about it.
you're very, very funny.
Thank
And
you
I
very much, Lucy.
and I think you just get into your life. You have such a joie de vivre, as they say.
No, I do. I do. My life, my happiness, and my health are non-negotiable.
And I think you cook that way too, right?
Yes,
Well,
yes, absolutely.
well,
Absolutely.
okay, great. Well, thank you so much for being with us.
You're
And
so
I
welcome, Lucy.
thank you. And I just want to tell my listeners that if you have a story and you want to be interviewed, then make sure that you message me and we'll make that happen. Okay, and we'll see you next week. I'll see you in a while, in a half an hour.
Yes, super excited to
Stephanie?
interview you now. Woo-hoo!
Okay, bye bye, everyone.
Bye.